Welcome to episode 16 of the Life Coaching with Ryan book club. We are covering Fxck Feelings. This is in fact the last chapter I will be covering. I am skipping the final two. I am skipping Fuck Parenthood and Fuck Assholes. Insert Team America World Police joke here. So today I am covering chapter 7, I believe. Yes, it is chapter 7, which is Fxck Communication. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Try to keep it to 5 key points with a simple wrap-up. And with that, let's get right into it. So, key takeaways from the chapter with my own added seasoning. 1. Communicating is about feeling satisfied because you think you were heard and the exchange will lead to the result that you want, whether that's a sense of belonging, I want to feel loved, I want to feel heard, affecting change, or feeling better, i.e. I'm angry and if I just express my anger I'll stop being angry, or if I say what I need to say then I'll have a sense of relief. Whatever it happens to be, I'll feel better. 2. This leads to all sorts of expectations, like if I am just understood or I just hear the right words, I know it will get better. If I don't speak my piece, I'll die by spontaneous combustion. Or, here's another favorite, if I do speak, my nastiness and rage will cause others to spontaneously combust. Or if only they respected me, they would hear the truth in my words. So 3, again, we want the magic formula of talking, listening, which words, which feelings to express, which ones not to express, in order to control the situation, which I think we've probably learned across multiple things I've said. You really can't control the situation. You really can't control the person. There's only so much that you can do. So let's only focus on what you can control. So number 4, what you can do is practice different choices. Try vulnerability when you normally don't in order to get past resistances. You can try vulnerability to get past resistances. You can try not being vulnerable when you normally would be with a person who is not prepared to receive it. You can try silence when you'd otherwise have an outburst. You can try speaking even though you're afraid. You can try addressing your thoughts before you address your feelings. This is just key, period. Understanding the cognitive behavioral therapy model of what happens in our brains. We have a circumstance, then we interpret that circumstance and we have thoughts about it. Those thoughts lead us to feel a certain way. When we feel a certain way, we take certain actions as a result of those feelings, which lead to certain results, whether they're the ones we want or not. So by addressing your thoughts before you address your feelings, and that can help in an overly emotional conversation too. Oh, I'm thinking this right now. That's more important than the feeling I'm having, because that thought could actually change my feeling or produce a different result in the person with whom I'm speaking, etc., etc. So with that in mind, number 5, you can practice different thoughts, like their commitment is revealed by their actions, not their words. The person that I'm speaking with. They can give me all sorts of pretty promises, but what are they actually doing about it? Now, of course, if their actions are their words, i.e. how they're choosing to speak with you, then of course, in this example, their words or how they communicate those words, that is the action that they're taking. And that is very informative. I have plenty of personal experience with that. Another thought. This doesn't all need to be resolved right now. How can we both win this time? What can I do right now, even though I feel like crap, that will honor my bigger goals. Here's another one. How true is it that I even need to be here right now? This conversation might not even be valuable. Why are we having it? And not just in a throw our hands up kind of a way, but in an honest assessment. Do I need to be here right now? If you have this message that no, I have to always work everything out all the time, that may be overriding the situation. What's best in the situation. Another one. I did my best and that is enough. This person isn't intending to fuck with me. They're just on emotional autopilot too, and don't know how to fix this either. When we attribute intention to someone else's action, i.e., they're trying to hurt me, we get ourselves into a whole different mode that may not be valuable. Certainly not as valuable as when we just go, oh, okay, they said something that's hurtful. If they didn't do it intentionally, then getting worked up more is not going to help it. And even if they did do it intentionally, getting worked up may still not help it. So consider, maybe there's no intention there. What if we focus on results, not feelings? That's an interesting thought. What if I focus on what we want to get out of this as opposed to how I feel about it right now? And lastly, what is actually best for this person with whom I'm talking? Not just what I want. This is especially true when you're talking with someone who is in a lower position, whether you're talking to a child or an employee or a family member who you're wanting to, again, control the situation. You think you know what's best for them. What if I don't actually know what's best for them? I wonder if they know what's best for them. What if I ask them questions about that? So, there's a lot of detail in this chapter, as usual, with different scenarios, whether it's having trauma or trying to connect to a loved one or what have you, or trying to help someone make life-changing decisions. There's a list of no-nos on page 222 about why you shouldn't make certain choices in your communication, how it's never really going to be helpful. It's really just about you and not about solving the problem. And I also wanted to give a set of guidelines, practical, that's actually what is often used in the classroom with students, with kids, but I think it is just as valuable with adults. And that is an acronym, THINK. Think before you speak. So THINK stands for, is it, T, true? Is it, H, helpful? I, inspiring? N, necessary? Or K, kind? So before you speak, consider, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? And I am definitely not advocating that all 5 of those things have to be true all at once. They don't all have to be it, the thing, all at once. It can be true and not necessary. Consider which is more valuable. If it's not necessary, maybe it doesn't matter that it's true. Maybe it can be inspiring. I kind of prefer it to be true if it's inspiring, personally. I don't always think it needs to be kind. I think that's a good model for kids. But sometimes something that's necessary is not always kind. So you need to go through these 5 and determine how you rank them in value. I personally think that necessary and true are the most important, because if it's necessary and it's true, then it's going to be helpful. And my intentions may be that of kindness, but it may not sound kind. Now, remembering that I've practiced a lot of communication and I'm a life coach, so sometimes what's necessary to communicate isn't going to feel good. And so if our intention is to feel good, then it's not going to appear kind. But I don't think it's kind to keep people in a space where they feel good if it's not actually helping them, therefore helpful. So I define kind a little bit differently. So true, helpful, inspiring, and necessary may mean that it's kind. That's where I'm coming from, even though it doesn't sound like kind words. But again, that's a little on the more advanced end. So, how do you feel about your communication? What are you thinking is something that you could improve upon, or a win that you want to celebrate about how you currently communicate? I am going to talk about our next book later this week. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic day, a great week, and I look forward to talking to you in the near future. Catch you later. Bye.